The show almost done.
Out of my way, curtain. Gosh darn it. Insolent curtain. Salutations! I welcome you to the 54th week of Page 2 Poetry. It has been a long 7 days. The sun has returned with a vengeance. Yesterday was almost 90. It's a good idea to stay hydrated. Keep your brain hydrated. Fill it up with some delicious raw talent. It's good for the soul. This event is worth the wait, the 7-day wait. A phantasmagorical night of the best and hidden talent. Look around you. This room is full of friends, families, and future friends, allies. We are creative creatures, courageously sharing ourselves once a week until the end of time.
I share myself more than that.
You slut. Oh, damn. Hey, no shaming. Ah, yes. Once a week until the end of time, banding together, cheering each other on. This is a beautiful community. I am your host and deep-fried overlord, James Otter. Yeah, I had a little accident at my other job, the one I hate. This is Page 2 Poetry at the Cush Cafe! Yeah! On the far side of the spider nebula. That's the new way to say nebula from now on. You got that? Beyond the mountains of desperation, in the sanctuary of coffee and delight. Contained within Eugene, Oregon, just north of downtown. Yep, this place fucking rocks. Can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. How many of you are performing tonight? Oh, fucking hell yeah, that's badass. I love it. Congratulations. All right, rules.
Yeehaw. No.
Well, too bad. All right, number 1. All performers are given 8 minutes. After the timer goes off, I will come on the stage. I will come onto the stage with a vengeance. It makes my life and every other performer's life easier if you go with the flow. It also shows the event respect. I want to hear everybody's poems all the way to the end. Unfortunately, everybody runs out of time sooner or later. Number 2. By getting onto this stage, you consent to be live streamed onto Cush's Cafe's playlists for Pages' 2's poetries and whatnot. To an audience of anywhere between 0 to 7. It depends on the night. The real show's here live. Woo! If you're watching on YouTube, you should come here. Yeah. Unless you're on the other side of the country. In which case, I'm sorry. You know, this is where it's at. The other side of the country, man. That sucks for you.
Oh, man.
All right. Number 3. Be sure to turn your cell phones to silent or off. Number 4. This is a community, not a competition. Do you have something to share with the class?
We just got caught out.
Hey, Hey, no bullying, damn it!
Okay,
That's the next rule.
Okay, you really want to know?
All right, actually, no, I don't give a shit. But
Viral, James. Viral is what we were talking about.
this is a community, not a competition.
Yeah.
We support each other. We do not tear one another limb from limb. That's only on Violent Sundays. Yeah, Violent Sundays. You know, on the Violence channel. All violence, all the time. Anyway, number 5, the final rule. Hate speech is not welcome here. Bullying is not welcome here.
Yeah.
Do not be a racist, sexist, homophobic, whatever else offense dickbag. Don't be a dickbag. Don't put other poets or the audience or anyone down. Because that's just lame, man. No one likes that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not cool. Anyway, now that y'all's heard the rules, I have a brand new poem for you. I wrote it just before this. So it's nice and fresh, you know. Can I get one more fuck yeah? Because swearing's fucking awesome! Fuck yeah!
Fucking awesome.
Thank you. Oh, nice and facetious. I love it. Arr, yeah.
Yes. And he's back. So
It's
fancy.
James. Ladies and gentlemen, James Otter. All right. Fuck that curtain.
That is not until Smut Saturdays. Jesus, people. Do you even read the calendars? That's really hard to mail those to you guys. All right, and enough merriment. This poem is called Purgatory. Visiting the dead. On the way to my childhood home, a black and blue windshield scraper in one hand, shaving off the green paint, revealing the sickly daffodil colors beneath the surface. Knocked real hard on the door. Nobody living is home. The ghost of Wedgie's past
Oh.
answers, a bouncing bubble with a tapered gray tail, translucent and happy to see me. The carpet torn away from the floor, revealing dark splintered wooden planks, submarine sandwich-sized rats, scurry restless in the cellar. I hear the wheezing of a radiator breathing down my neck. My stomach grumbles. I guide myself into the kitchen, going against my better judgment. I eat a meal of chocolate, sour lollipops, and shortbread. I cannot leave this place. In this purgatory, I search for my old bedroom, with its stained twin mattress, ragged holes in the plaster from fists and knees. Come on, damn you. Angry, misunderstood me. A shot glass in one hand, 3 bullets in the other. An oil-slicked pistol in my pocket. The crawl space door at the end of the hallway has caved in on itself. Trapped in this purgatory, I decide to explore. Barefoot, I feel needle-thin, eerily soft spiders crawling all over my fish belly white toes. Millions of cobwebs greet me. It's cramped for miles. Eventually, I find another room. 3 tunnels and a teal glowing staircase greet me on the inside. Dissecting my choices, I go up the stairs. They are 1 foot wide. From here, I find the hidden rooms, all of them wallpapered with photographs of me and my childhood, my adult life, my first kiss. Old-fashioned rocking chairs greet me, submissively waiting for me to recline. I decline and keep going. I find a window, small and square, obtuse and falling out. Cold wind and snowflakes blow in. Further down the hall, the molding is changing into a dull, rusty, metallic substance that pulsates hypnotically, guiding me into a bricked-up room with an old-fashioned projector. Muddy flashcards and paperwork twist in a secret draft. The rocking chairs block the way out, forcing me to watch. I see myself in a hospital bed, then rolled out on a gurney, then back at home sleeping, dreaming of the day before, at my office job, staring at the hot blonde secretary, a bullet in my stomach. My liver bleeds, singing its own ballad. It's talking about consumption, drinking poison, turning black and giving up. I can't close my eyes. The video ends. So many questions. I'm back downstairs now. My bedroom waits for me, along with a sketchbook and a quill. I draw myself. I draw another door, and I am back in the kitchen. Sweet forever. Laughing to myself, I break and start throwing bowls of Skittles and cold cereal at the windows. They break and fix themselves. I have no other choice. I give up. It's relaxing. This is my home, and I have to get used to that. Grounded for all eternity. So many questions, no answers. I felt the same way when I was alive. Surprisingly, not much has changed. My perspective is the same, only now I don't have any friends. Only now I don't have any friends. Any friends. Friends. I also don't have any enemies, and that's pretty great. My apathy is enlightening. Keeps me happy. You know, for apathy, as happy as apathy makes someone. Grounded and also numb. How I died is a mystery. I don't need to solve. My life is over. The afterlife is forever. And maybe one day I will progress to a place with other dead people. Dead people. I think that the necropolis sounds like a good place to work towards. Oh man, this other poem's ridiculous. I'll read that later. But
Yeah, dude, come on. All right.
So yeah, on the note of snowflakes and stuff, I don't know if any of you noticed, but I am definitely, sweating. It sucks. And you know what? Guess what? I bet y'all are sweating too. Let's all sweat together.
Yeah.
No, this is not Smut Saturdays. Once again. Jesus.
It's turning into that really fast.
No, it's not. No one's naked yet.
I'm naked under my clothes.
Oh.
And I'm naked under my skin. You can't be more naked than having your organs out.
That's true. You got
All right, that's fucked up. Let's enough about that, miss. Yeah. Hey, Colin, I summon you to the stage, along with some bongos, maybe. I'm fairly sure. The stage, not the piano, man.
This is the beginning of a show.
Okay, you can have an introduction. There you go. I won't mess up your deal. Unless you go over time, then I'm totally gonna fuck it up. All right, take it away.
Thanks, James. How y'all doing? But how are y'all doing?
How you doing?
I like that one.
That is a complex. I almost just spit up tea.
You spit out tea. Okay. I want to talk with you as if you were your own therapist. Okay, let's unpack that.
Yeah.
No. No, it's not an intervention. I want to stand and hug these drums. This poem is called Drums and Dirt. or dirt and drums? Just testing. Low, high. Well, thank you. Thank you. No, there you go.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
There we
are. There you go. Got it. Thank you. Dr. Peapod, everyone. Okay. I want to speak with you as if you were your own therapist. This means you are the teacher. First and foremost, your own guru. Or guru. It just depends on your pronunciation, which might mean the shape of your tongue or where you come from. But if we have the same ideas, then what's the problem? Gotta take it to the low drum. Can y'all do this? That's a great sample. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out. I'm a little grateful. We was watching a freight train drive on by down the tracks. Wondering how society ever functions this way. You wondering if that train will ever come back. Don't ask me where is the meat of the question. If you cut into that, you won't like the smell. It's just a suggestion. Cut into the apple of the question, and you don't love it as well. What that means is there's nothing in the question that's objective, because your own suggestion or your perspective. To take it into consideration, it means there's no question. Every question is just a suggestion. To consider the relevance of your own vibration. Some people like to hold it down, some others just nod their heads. Yes. Didn't know what was your mama, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the freestyle universe, keeps things clear, allows my mind to swoop up some of your extras. Yeah, I don't own the shit that I say, but you would charge me a couple of bucks if I had a copyright, but I don't have the right page to tell you that. I signed it away under a different name. It used to go by Donovan right away out in trains, running out, facing his face, seeing the clouds, and everything that was falling down was made of metal and scrap iron, and I made a toaster. I baked me up a toast made from the bread of the Holy Ghost. So when I said, don't let it get to your head, that I want to speak to you as if you were your own therapist.
It's over. God, that's fucking awesome. It's just begun.
Just like, oh man, dude, that's fucking awesome. Oh man, my own therapist. God. That'd be something. I don't think I'd be a very good therapist to myself. I mean, like, how are you? I don't know. I feel kind of crazy.
It doesn't
So I
work
talk to
that
myself
way.
like, and like one part of me is like the therapist, the other part of me is the patient, and I'm like, so tell me how you're doing today. You know what? Fuck you. I don't need to take these classes. You don't have to be all aggressive, man. I'm just trying to help your mind. Whatever, man. I don't need this shit. Fucking. Yeah, no, God damn, though. That was badass. Was that impromptu? Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right. Jesse.
Come on,
Yeah. Jesse won't be appearing tonight, but Dr. Peapod will be.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Peapod, come on out! Come on out!
Let's see the therapist.
Oh man, you look just like him. That's crazy. I haven't seen them both in the same room though. All right, take it away, Mr.
James, come back. James,
What?
James, come back out here, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. No.
Handle your business first and foremost, and come back out here because
I only do my business in very particular rooms.
I want to know if you notice anything different, like compared to usual.
Yeah, you're definitely wearing black socks. I don't remember the last time you had black socks. You know, I don't, genuinely.
Anything else?
Probably not, but it's been a while since I saw you last, so I can't really give you an honest answer. I'm sorry. We are wearing matching shorts.
He's wearing shorts.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
A lavender backpack.
You got shorts.
Really pretty.
yeah, the backpack.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
The
You look
backpack.
good,
The
man.
backpack is what's
The
wrong.
universe is
All right, I'm gonna get off the stage first.
You could have done that at any point. You were enjoying that, just like we all are.
All right.
Thanks
you
for
take it away now.
thanks for being here, James.
Hey,
for being
thank
here,
you for
everybody.
being here.
Really appreciate all your energies. Yeah, the lavender backpack is what's new, and so I'm going to talk about. The lavender backpack for a minute. Is what I'm going to talk about because the lavender backpack represents, to me, in this moment, it represents the excess of the physical state of being we find ourselves in as human beings right now. And that is to say that there is probably, I wouldn't even know where to start with the scale, but in essence, an infinite number of opportunities and possibilities for acquiring the things that we as beings have come to believe we need. And if you just simplify the question that you're asking right down to its meat, there's a fair chance that by the time you've done that, by the time you've accomplished that, you will have what it is that you were seeking. Because when you get down to that brass tacks, it's really about what makes you feel good and what loves you, just like you love it. So this backpack belonged to a soul, and from the fact that there were heroin needles inside of it, I imagine he was at one point struggling with drug addiction, which is a whole separate sermon, as it would be, or lecture. But that, to me, they were cats too, which it was like sort of a big thing. It was like, wow, like, so this was like, it was sad, but it was also hopeful. And so I threw those away. And there's also some like moldy raisins and stuff in there and some canned goods. And I'm fairly willing to bet I'm going to look at what's there, but I'm going to eat those canned goods as long as they're sealed, and do that in honor of the fact that that food is prepared and blessed by a whole lot of energy, and everything is in essence blessed, I think. And when we focus our prayer on our awareness of the blessing, you stop sort of having to think about it. And so that's just kind of what I've been pondering. Ascending. Are we ascending? Are we descending? Are we circulating? Are we following a leader that's not going anywhere? Or are we on a treadmill of cosmic inclusion and lack and perception? Could it be that everything has always been balanced? Could it be that the sheer existence of awareness is to say that balance exists there? We fall out of touch with the parts of us that feel happy and complete when we stop paying attention to the part of us that feels happy and complete. It's yours, but somehow the act of being born is giving it away. You're never ever going to be whole again. You probably never were your own sentient entity. Maybe in that flash of light when you die and then you are reborn into another body, which is just one of many theories, and I don't subscribe to any of them, but coming through that moment of clarity when the raindrop turns from a cloud into a raindrop, it's cleansed energetically. So maybe, just maybe, that's what death is.
Well, that's all. Thank you. Oh, it is, seriously. You know? God. Man, I am so happy I'm alive right now. Because if I was like dead right now, everyone would be really, really freaked out.
Oh no.
And, you know, I'd smell a lot worse. You know, I wouldn't.
Maybe.
Oh God, no, all the way. It's like it's hot out. God, are you kidding me? Like, you know, God, I keep hearing all this meat of the question. Like sometimes I just wish I could live off of words alone. That'd be pretty, you know, cheap. It'd be a lot cheaper than going to the grocery store. Anyway, hey Chris, come on out here. Chris! Come on out here. Yeah.
You're gonna need all those minutes, all 8 of them.
All 8 for Jimmy.
All 8.
Please.
Oh, of course.
Can we move this up to James? Will you help me?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm on pain meds right now.
Really? You okay?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even feel it.
He's
Yeah,
extra okay.
Chris recently, he made the event page on Facebook for me. You know, fucking yeah, that really fucking helped out. Yeah, he also set up the one for next week. Oh, well, it's called Page 2 Poetry, you know. It's on that, you know, Facebook. You know, it's not quite as popular as Twitter. Anyway, Chris, take it away. I got too much to say.
Give me that 8 minutes.
Fuck
baby.
yeah. 8
Here we
minutes
go.
all the way.
An invitation. Roses are red, violets are blue. Children like poetry. How about you? This one's called Awakening. And it comes with a caveat. When I use pronouns, don't believe me for a second. Awakening. When that downtrodden one, seeking and finding solace in the world, in order to escape herself, is beaten and cuts herself to cry, because it's so hard to feel bad when the world makes me feel good, when the drugs feel good and the drugs feel bad, and the world feels bad, And she wants to leave, but she wants you to stay. They want you to stay. Gloss for that is it's about suicide. Don't kill yourself. Everybody wants you. Okay. This one's called panopticism, or a communist makes his marks. Oh, it's never closed.
Come on, dirty comic.
Doubt is the. Thank you, Andrew. I actually have a perfect eye change. Look at you. Doubt is the goal, always to instill a sense of unsurety, a sense of unreality, that they are not sure that they heard what they just heard and are hearing at that moment is themselves for once, maybe twice, one hopes. Just let it go, let it sink in.
I say it in love.
I know you do, Andrew, so do I. You're a freaking hero.
Always in love.
Always in love, especially when I hate somebody. Then it's like, I can't give you enough attention.
Love.
Okay, let me hurry up here. This is crazy. Jody is in charge of the wayward lamb. Go out and make a victim. It is all that you can do. Tell a story. Start a paper trail. Make a friend. Make an ally. Agglomerate friends. Destroy the world. Make a revolution in situation. Thank you, Peter. You're my friend. You killed me. Accidental line, sorry. From the inside, the way all healing occurs. Confidence is pure. Confidence is cursed. Dream is destiny, but belief is a hearse. Narrate your life. Starting now, go back a few steps. Get good at that move. Get good at that move. Narrate your life. Starting 5 minutes ago and going 20 years in reverse.
Come on.
Whoa.
Nobody. Thank you. Thank you. This one I put it on Facebook. It's called Nobody Trusts Me. Nobody wants to understand me. I was finally, absolutely alone. Finally alone. Finally re-childrened. Finally dead again. Finally reborn. Looking back, I realized that I was preparing myself to be all alone forever and happy as a clam, polishing his pearl with a Mona Lisa smile. This one's from my homie Will. It's called I Don't Want to Be Here. I want to be in a big city with lots of people. I want to be where the evolution is hot, but I can't, because my felony, because I'm poor, because my felony, because my felony.
Own it.
And this one is called I Do. Called The Strength of My Conviction. And this one was cool. This one was like something I wrote for just like my own inner master. And I was like, yeah, I'll go and read it to them. You know, I don't care if they don't get it. That's how I'm not joking. I think you guys will love this. And it goes a congratulatory homily for my dear, dear friends. God's time, and I'm an atheist, so God is reality. So God's time and God's money, and the theft and making use of God's money and God's watchful face, ripping capital from the belly of the beast before its time, is torn for having been planted by an incubus in a penetration of soil in self. At harvest time, God's time, the choice is made. Go forward with a suspect gene, or hold fast to that which is good. Which was best of the best, which brought us to this happy dilemma, this crossroad like a prison, where angels and devils all read like gentlemen. High-born and low, they are at odds with themselves in a familiar argument. Alike in style, alike in dress, kindred counselors cautioning suspicion, beating around the edge and hedging your bet, each claiming innocence for you, and the long-awaited cynical absolution is delimited. Now, a voyage of discovery in which the conquistadores are happy to be of service, a genial lot with no intentions, and no foul blankets for others to hide beneath. Nor do we present snow-white sheets to blind the guilty, the penitent, and the curious with equanimity. Not a deer in the headlights, any more surprised by the convenience than the driver without a license, jealous of the fence leaper's range and range of visions. Pulls to the side of the road, kills the choking, bipolar, vacillating monstrosity with a sigh of recognition. 2 deers, 1 heart beating 2 eardrums. The dance of life is not complete, for the celebrants have only just arrived. The air is renewed and the steps are lighter. The traffic resumes at daybreak, and a commercial venture encloses another lot of life.
I want you to write a book because I know it would be fucking awesome. And that was fucking awesome. Oh man, delicious. Nice little smorgasbord. What's a smorgasbord? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't have a punchline on that one. But hey, Jeremy, come on up here.
Come on, Jeremy!
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yes. Okay. That's so. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Awesome. Take it away. Yeah. All right. So I've been working on something for a while. That's why I've been here. Other things too. I actually made this for a bunch of poets, but I'm gonna give it a shot because James is gonna let me give it a shot. I might fail, but if you try, you can't fail, right?
You need a beat?
Nah. All right. I think it'll mess me up. Anyways, I got a beat, baby. Okay. So it's gonna be tough. Thoughts are so powerful, changing entire world, thinking fear, anger, pride. Time gets surrounded by thoughts, moving in reverse. Still afraid of getting hurt till some of you, by peace of mind, help me change my mind, focus us into the mix. Watching thought paint all this, moment wow, perfect now, showing how to be this wow. Artistry by streams I think, cultivating perfect peace, realizing I am thought. Boundless, never lost, grounding thought, dreaming song, perfect difference, nothing wrong. Stuck in thought, stuck in the wrong, birth this mind into song, thinking rhythm everywhere. Orchestra here and there, moon, days, sun, nights. Perception is inherent alike, belief in thought. One with God, nature, mind, awareness, all primordial. No one to judge, just peace and light. Dreams made of perceiving scenes, vibrant color. I am here, I am lover, watching by the light that is. Canvas of awareness, painting thoughts, color vision. Just one rule out is in. Lucid dream when I realize whatever I think manifests in life. Thinking heart everywhere. My nature wants to share. Nature of nature shares. Nature of nature shares. Nature of nature shares. Nature of nature shares. Yeah. There are saints who so believe, visualize a real dream. Stigmata, hands and feet, leading love, not understanding. Power thought is what I am. Believe it or not, again and again, perception is to visualize, which in turn makes thought arise, thinking of a holy man, light of mine, that was the plan, Savior, oh, release me from sin, thinking of having sex again with you, often in my eye, thinking sees all the time, body reacts to every thought, everything physical, gross or not, take away the person, take away time, take away the stigmata, mind, point to the pointless, light the bounds, thinking yours and mine around, heart mirror, reflective thought, awareness, thinking together or not, divide, a lie, fear of mind, reverse perception, doers, the guide until the peace, a land and sky, here and there, unlimited mind. Is that enough? Here and there, unlimited mind. Is that enough? Yeah. Who to honor, who to idolize, what to worship, religion, or why. All we have is now, present perception, immeasurable thought, dropping sky into a person of chemistry. Mixed into complete circle, thinking round, beginning to end, body's presence knows, give a river of the music, perfection now unlimited, the vanish, the curve, the muse, the roar, the fall, the mist, nothing amiss, head internet, all thoughts abide, physical web of electric lines, inside out, so getting lost in identity of boundless thought. Da-da-da. An identity of boundless thought. Da-da-da. What to fear? The mind sees clear. Logic, circle of being here. Thinking, awareness. What else exists besides intentions creating this? Open all gates. Heaven at hand. Boundaries, illusion. We think we can. No more leaders. Everything now. No more laws. Thinking knows how. No more strangers eye to eye. No more doubt in the midst we find. The voice, the way of the gentle. Nothing to hold when being knows the sharing of this. The note and verse. The symphony. As always known, home is sound, the sound of thought, awareness of the all we got. We as kids playing fire, light between, never getting hurt, until I take fire for self, the self who ends up getting burned. The self who ends up getting burned.
Ba-da-da.
This is river, no getting stuck in drops that bind or hide from us. This is river, smooth the garden, make it being subconscious. This is river, breaking dams, watering all the land. This is river, no time to judge, just go, man. This is a bubble that feels pop like sadness that forgot the song. This is rhythm, this is sweet, undefinable something, intentional, the wellness one. Create whatever feels like love, peace that I've been dreaming of the wellness one, intention of the wellness one. Create whatever feels like love. Oh, this river, oh, this love, oh, this music making up. Rhythm spins again and again, new cells, pure oxygen, drama, OEO, pumping, river flow, wows, nows, letting go, all the thinking knows, originalness, serenity, emptiness of everything, essenceless rainbow, all forms circling, round the globe, possible, what is now impossible, sound light, clear mind, I always of the storm, power to the powerless, drum beat on make-a-wish, sense of the sense of this, rhythm, oh feeling this, rhythm, oh feeling this, rhythm, oh feeling this, child genius and tuning all this, opening every cage right now is feel what to do, nature news, relaxing in true lucid day two, walls fall, tumble down, rhythm, bound the sound, whole piece finally found, no divide all around, life, death, life, black night, every eye see what I think the lead lies from my old river, old love, old music, making up rhythms, getting new cells, oh, this river, oh, this love, oh, this music making all a rhythm spins again and again. New cells, oxygen, heavy thoughts, ready or not. Here comes a heart of song, subtle trouble, getting double. Gonna pop like a bubble. All is music, all is dream. This so empty scenery. No more power than a thought creating this reality. And the self, this little self, the only heavy thing, blame. Getting caught like a rock, separate from the thought of thoughts. Weighing down all around. Burden stuck on the ground. Oh, though the self of woe, see what the seer knows. Nothing is what it seems in the show of light and dream.
Yeah.
Mother said, understand, that's a plan. Hello, child, go up on remorse, helps no one. Academy, I need together in the absolute separate self, seems trouble, need escape, or make it double negative is negative. What does it learn? Pain says clearly, no need to suffer. This I know well, hurting you, hurt self. Mirror every eye sees heaven or hell. Clinging, striving, cause of all pains. No more running from this moment that is here to stay. So used to going, trying not to relate. Trouble, remembering yesterday. Thinking tension until letting go. Like the being, welcome to the show. All players on stage, pretty open wide. Free roll projector right between the eyes. Directing the play to complement the light. Writing dialogue. Right to the drum, how many deadly scenes rather than I'm partying, clarity and to explode, letting go, each other's no self left. Seems to be the only way to overcome death. We at the table breaking this bread, heart beating free, oh from the head. One thing that cannot delay, opening the heavy cage, yeah. Throw away the rusty key and security in the way. Almost done, this is it.
All right.
Yeah. Dominant perception when the know is known. No one to cling or believe to hold. Reality dreaming to let go of the death and the age and the time and the woe. Those in the cage of self-entanglement, desire of the flesh of the innocent, believing pain is outside the mind and so attack the lie in the eye. One thing that cannot delay, opening a heavy cage. Throw away the rusty key and security in the way. Explode, 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 yeah. One thing that cannot delay, opening the heavy cage, throw away the rusty key, and security in the way. Explode, 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 explode. Thanks,
So when's the EP coming out? Also, do you have a SoundCloud? You should really get one. Well, you know, I mean, the first 30 days are free. After that, you know, if you don't pay, they kind of charge you a vocal cord a month. Pretty hardcore, but it's worth it. Pretty hardcore, but it's worth it. No, I could have been a real asshole there, but I chose not to.
Thanks, bro.
Aw.
Thanks, bro.
Well, you know, I mean, we did start kind of late, so typically I really probably shouldn't have let that go on, but that was fucking awesome! Oh, man. All right, Rob, come on. Oh, you're right.
Come
there.
on.
Okay, yeah, cool. All right, take it away, Rob. Yeah.
It was not without considerable national debate and soul searching that it was finally decided to make a return to cruel and unusual punishment as a fitting way to address those politicians and corporate executives who drove civilization into a ditch. To our credit, the people specifically didn't want the punishment to involve life-threatening pain or physical trauma. It was decided that intense public humiliation would be better fitting for those captains of industry and governance who knowingly destroyed the future. Modern day stocks were designed specifically to put their occupants on display in a safe and controlled yet extremely degrading manner. Vendors would sell rotten tomatoes, eggs, and other items deemed suitable for throwing without inflicting serious injury. Turnstiles and crowd control were erected to manage the seething crowds. Preferential access was given to disabled veterans of the wars of Iraq and Afghanistan. There was a strong feeling that the stocks just weren't humiliating enough for Dick Cheney and other more prominent psychopathic figures. The solution was devised by an unemployed machinist living south of Market Street in San Francisco, who designed and produced the expanding anal dildo plant. Once inserted into the anus of a politician or corporate executive, this threaded shaft on the back of it would be turned, causing the phallic shape to expand into these wings would spread out.
They might like it.
Oh, the Russians started. There it is.
Rendering it all but impossible to remove. Proctologists were used to determine the maximum expansion of the ABC so as to avoid perforation of the colon. Once installed, the ABC would then be tethered to a post or other fixed object, so the recipient would be otherwise fully free and mobile, except for the metal cable attached to his anus. In some cases, the ABC tether was attached to a rotating overhead arm to force the naked politician or corporate executive to hobble continuously around in a circle before the constantly jeering spectators. Now, I got to go off script here because I was actually at the Matthew Knight Arena at the time that they had Dick Cheney in there doing this, and it was just, you had to have been there. It was just as first, for one thing, the Matthew Knight Arena was way beyond capacity. People were all over the aisles. It was just packed with people. And there was not 1 second when there wasn't a tomato flying through the air at Dick Cheney. And there's a great big mechanical arm, and he's stark naked except for this bright stainless steel thing wedged into his tight wrinkled anus. And he's walking round and round in a circle because this overhead arm is rotating, you know. And at one point, they had a face mask and a microphone attached to his face so you could hear him whimpering, you know. And at one point, he finally decided to like, out of utter, you know, dismay and defiance and despair, he hurls himself down to the ground. He assumed that the person facilitating the rotating arm was going to stop it so as to not inflict any bodily injury, which was definitely the policy here. But what happened was that he didn't take into consideration there were so many rotten tomatoes down there. There was like a solid 2-inch slurry of rotten tomato juice on the floor. So he just goes, it keeps dragging him around by his anus, and he's like hydroplaning across all these tomatoes, you know. And while he's whimpering all this incomprehensible gibberish about weapons of mass destruction and an axis of evil and 9/11. It was just, you had to have been there. It was just hysterical. Anyway, back to the script here. The public humiliation of those responsible for destroying our children's future came to resemble a carnival environment with various organizations and speakers present. Hotly debated was the psychological diagnosis of those being humiliated. One camp believed that those punished were largely delusional in making the decisions that wrecked the future. The other camp believed that they were largely psychopathic. Ultimately, a new psychiatric term, delusion spectrum disorder, was coined to accommodate both types of behavior. As accurate psychiatric diagnosis became more commonly understood, people argued that psychopathic and delusional behaviors are mental illnesses not befitting such extreme punishment. Over time, this realization became the norm and the practice was phased out, but not before those in positions of leadership in what was left of civilization began exhibiting much, much more ethical and humble behavior.
Oh my god. There has to be a cartoon about that. Not for kids, but like, or at least a comic book. Man, very,
He
very.
needs his own channel.
Well, I don't know. I kind of wish the debates were a little more, I don't know, like violent or something. You know, just listening to people like throw insults at each other is just not nearly as funny as like watching them like genuinely like, you know, force them into animal costumes, fucking make it crazy. You know, god damn, fuck Dick Cheney, fuck that guy. You know, I mean, he's not down to watch this, or maybe he is. You know, maybe he has like a fetish for that kind of thing. Very, very, very particular fetish. I don't get. God damn, man. I love poetry night. You guys are all so very. You guys are so creative. You know, it really feels good. You know, fuck yeah. I mean, I know we're not even to the like halfway point, but still, give yourselves a big fucking round of applause. You know, y'all kick ass. All right, Michael, come on up here. Yeah. Man, this is God. Every week's a good time, but like, God, tonight's fucking awesome.
On fire.
It's on fire? There's fire?
On fire.
All right. Take it away.
I'm gonna leave my norm a bit. Some short work. This is a Eugene Diddley, and it's time appropriate, seasonal appropriate. Spring flung, sung, bird, heard, turd, head, red, said, shit, fit, sit down, town, clown. So that would be mall rat has bird shit on his head.
No, I don't need a clap. I just wonder if that went over your head.
No.
I know, right? So when it seems like there is trouble around every corner, stop going around corners. The surest way to become happy is to become sad so that you will know what happy is. When the cat saw the mouse moving, the mouse stopped so the cat wouldn't see it. The sun shone bright except where there was shade. There was shade. I feel like Chris up here. This is pretty cool. When the water wall falls into the pool, it stops falling and becomes a water pool. All right, this is your last one. You guys know how out of character this is for me to do comedy on poetry night here?
Go, Michael.
Go, Michael.
The blissful ignoramus was unaware of awareness in his underwear.
Underwear.
Why did I know you'd like that one? That is so right? You guys are so much fun. Okay. So let's go. I want to go back into my own shit now. There is no death. Atoms do not die. There is only change. If there was dying, it would be dying for change. We fear the unknown and in turn we kill, but we cannot kill. We cannot kill the unknown. It is known and unknown. Nothing dies forever. All it does is become different. Everything always becomes different. What seems lost will be found. There is no death. There is no loss of life. Living is dying, dying is living. They are one and the same. When we live, we die slowly, and we die slowly when we are living. Many people believe there is such thing as death, but there can be no truth to death. Death cannot stay dead. Truth cannot stay dead. Nothing can stay dead. Infinity does not allow for death. Energy does not allow for death. Nothing stops moving. Death is a concept that was created by man to bring fear into the heart of man, to combat the fear of the unknown, and to control others with the fear of death. You cannot be killed. You are infinite. You will always be. I have traveled to where people say death is. Death was nowhere to be found there. There was only a sea of golden eternity. All that there ever was before me, was there. Something's different, something's changed, but everything was there. Just like everything is here now. Changing, moving, not gone, not dead. Take solace in your immortality. Take solace in your truth. Death is a lie.
Oh, man. And lives lead to a lot of depth, too. Well, I mean, it's a lie. Man, lots to think about tonight. But first, this next song is called "That Train's Coming Train Blues." I hear that train coming. It's interrupting the show. That train can go fuck itself. Here we go. I got that train's interrupting poetry night blues.
I like it.
That train's long gone. Train can go fuck itself. And I can't hold much against the conductors. They don't know what they're doing.
Trains don't have sex organs.
Oh, not yet. All right, Will, come on up here. Oh man, I made you jump. I saw that. All right.
Oh man, it's okay. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Take it away.
All right. So first off, thank you, Chris. That was fucking awesome. That was cool. I like people writing poetry. Keep it up. I'm gonna one of these days write a little dedication to you just for that. You earned it. All right. So this poem, in dedication to the recent holiday, it's going to be 420 tomorrow. I wanted to start off with an old poem, and then I'm going to attempt to blow your mind after all of this. But this poem I wrote August 14th, 2015. It's called THC Part 1. Ash fingerprints on the page because I stay high while I write. I could practically call it an art supply. Praying at the altar of grandmother sativa. My chalice only smokes the finest kind of chiva, believer. I don't think I really know how to rap, but I will continue to not give a fuck. Keep smoking bud, keep feeling love, keep feeling the awe of her presence. Smoke trails never fails to show truth in the essence. To the mighty Father Indica, you make my dreams spectacular. At the end of the day, all the pain fades away when I rest into your arms. So plant the seeds in your garden, for you are now farming against terrorists, making so much money off the ganja, it's ridiculous. So come and hit this split, this organic homegrown. Keep your gene green in the 541. Smoke the blunt till it's done. We're the people having fun in our universal knowledge of all being one. We are the indigo children, where nobody listens, everyone wishing for some kind of peace. A day at least that everyone stops the ignorance feast, but nobody knows how to achieve it. Few really believe it can happen, and I've been surprised at the steps we've achieved. Not to say it's been a lot for this blind old hog, for this frog on a log that eats resources and shits out smog. I'll just smoke the sacred herb and pray to the mother we find our way. Then we see the opportunity through the haze of a bad day. I can see clarity in the smoke, purity in my toke. Your camping permit, I revoke. It's cool to tell your story, but it's a pipe, not a mic. A current, not a fight. Am I right? I might be a hair off kilter, but with no fuck word filter and a swagger you can't pilfer, because if you say it, you don't have it. And if you don't say it, you have it, which is also a secret. But speaking in riddles is a bad habit I've developed, like a balaclava enveloped around my truth. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. It's either a defense mechanism or the side effect of being born in a prison that's actually more like a mental prism, assigning your isms before you even know what they mean, what they bring, or whose fucked up dream it was in the first place that put me in a race against my kin. The blood on my face and trying to keep pace does not become me. I can't believe we are all so lovely and all so bloody. We were taught to be gladiators, English language abbreviators, to be one who caters to the bringer of his serfdom. And I suppose when your fictitious dollar collapses, I'll protect myself with a Nerf gun. But ganja, the angel of my digressions. This poem took 5 sessions to come to fruition, so blaze one up for the mother of creation. Love yourself and love each second you are given, for they are not given lightly upon you, especially when you are creating the reality that you want to. Thank you. In the year 2021, April 20th will be on a Tuesday. So it will be on Poetry Night. Actually, I looked that up on my phone just now. And I wrote this one today. How can love be truth and a lie at the same damn time? Somewhere, all the contradictions of life have to meet. But I think that's just bullshit, I believe.
to make myself feel better. But like I said last week, we all do that shit. It's just part of being sentient, regardless of whether it's relevant. Shit just has to be expressly evident to people. Keyword expressly. New motto for America: expressly deliver me anything I want, and my ability to do so I will flaunt. Well, I pray for the day that this attitude will stop. But I'll probably be praying until the day that I drop. And that will only leave me occasionally retreated. But I'll never be truly defeated. With any luck, my life's work will never be really completed, only carried on to the next page. It is in a meadow in meditation and meditation. I witnessed quite the revelation in watching an interaction between my love for others and my self-love. My loving others looked at self-love and asked, "Why do people love me but hate you?" And the self-love replied, "Because I am a painful truth and you are a beautiful lie." Thank you.
Oh man. That last line really packed a punch. Oh man. Yeah, tomorrow's Stoner Christmas. Hey, for once it's a holiday where it's not just an excuse to get drunk.
It's also Adolf Hitler's birthday.
Oh wow, yeah, that's right. It's Hitler's birthday and it's also the anniversary of Columbine. So let's think about Stoner Christmas as like the happy part. Oh yeah, shout out to the one person watching the live stream. You rock. And I want you to know that I really appreciate that you're watching this.
Hey, James.
Hey, what?
Does anyone in Eugene host Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
Holler at me if you host Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if you host
I got a lot of food. We should cook food.
Kind of sounds like saying Thanksgiving if you have like a cold. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, Stephanie, come on up here.
Hey, Stephanie!
Oh, Stephanie!
And I like your dress. Very nice.
Take it away.
Thanks, sir. I am honored and privileged to be in all of your presence this evening. I would like to say thank you. This is my third time on this stage, and I have been reading poetry from my past. In doing so, I've relived a very pivotal moment in my life. I moved from Jacksonville, Florida to Seattle, Washington. My 9-year-old, my 7-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old, and my car, single mom. And so I've dug this stuff out, and I've been reading it, and it's taken me back on this personal journey. I see how much I've grown since then. I'm a grandmother now, so my kids are a little big, taller than me. And I now have little old lady glasses, so away we go. Right? All right. Okay, so I bought a piece of leather. It lies there on my shelf. Next to the fermenting animal, I've labeled my anger. I took the leather down that day to smell the sweet sex again, taste the evasive masochist. It was the end of that iridescent acid trip I've been on the last 5 years. And the cycles made me hungry. The idea of something more 3-dimensional. The leather sits there to this day. I smile at it and look away. To my violent reverie I run. The centrifugal motion brings me back around once more to the point where I could break you and be 3-dimensional. And the cycles keep me spinning. They keep me in the void until the moment I've left you there alone with the pain you so adore. And I am 3-dimensional. I was kind of angry when I was younger. I was all mad. Okay. A lot of these were writing to another individual. His name was Bill. So, just for context. Okay.
Yeah, boo.
I stopped seeking the correct answers when I discovered that my warped interpretation of the world is all the answer I get here. Albert Camus defines the absurd as the drive for man to find answers and the universe's refusal to give any. And today, I will agree with that, as dark as that may be, and so I will keep fabricating answers for myself. Answers that won't work today and are silly antidotes tomorrow. And maybe, just maybe, I will find some sweet peace somewhere in between. I have my powers back and I am carefully weighing the restitution I will now have to pay for this knowledge. I can hear their doubts and insecurities again, and on all of this madness, I have to let go and go back into my solitude. I cannot be the therapist they need, for I have a petty intolerance for others' consistent need to run around inside of themselves, walking through this world with a bowed head and a tear staining the concrete behind them. It's all too much. It has me back in touch with the powers that be. However, I am no longer the innocent here. I now know too much to ever be the victim again. I find myself, however, with sadistic pleasure on the other side. I am now the warrior that will bring you to the ground and crush you should you show me your fears. And it's all different. I now understand the people who have made me doubt in the past, those who have laughed as I stood before them, blinded and bewildered as to where or what I should say next. I'm back to my basics and my comfortable silence, writing my thoughts to you, sweet hawk, on a computer that has a touchy C button. I'm sending you love and strength to get you through this month. And the powers that be, things have been worse before this day, and you are unscathed and brilliant still. Your love from the West. All right. I saw hawks today. They followed me through the back roads of Central Florida, gliding through the country winds without purpose or signs of doubt. I was jealous. And there you were, the force that pushes me back inside of myself, my breath caught on strawberry lips. The cycle has come back around to the silence, and I am on a quest for the solitude that sends me spinning into worlds of intense sunsets and full moons. I am dark tonight, sweet Bill, consumed by the intensity in that wide open space, set free in the night with no other thoughts but mine, and you will be there, with wintry intentions and blessings in the Yule. Your love from the South. We have plenty of old stuff, but I totally want to write new stuff. I'm a published writer, so I'm used to having writing assignments. So I was hoping YouTube, Facebook, and all of you wonderful people, beautiful souls in front of me, I would like to write a poem that is a discussion between two people. One person explaining the delicate intricacies of life to the other. So I ask you, who should be talking to whom, and what should they be discussing? And I would love if you could give me some feedback so I can write something new for next time. Woo! Thank you. Namaste.
Oh man. God, you know, there's something about hawks. It's interesting, and eagles too. I was watching this documentary about the rainforest that got really sad really fast. You know, it's like, yes, but these tree frogs have not just one predator, the Harvey's eagle, but the Harvey's eagle have a predator too, humanity. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, you know, Harvey's eagles are fucking awesome. And I really wish we had them here. I don't know. I know that's not completely related. God. And also something about Florida. I've been trying to learn about urban legends around Florida.
There's giant anaconda under your house.
Oh, you know,
That's not an urban legend.
mainly because because as you all know, I write a lot of horror. And you know, I'd like to have some stuff that's based semi on real shit to read to you guys sometime. But you know, if you ever need writing assignments, you know, you are surrounded by fucking poets, writers, all this. Yeah, poets. you know. Anyway, lunch is going to be canceled today.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. But the school board can no longer afford food for the kids. I'm sorry. And there's a pop quiz. Yes, it's about soda pop. Yeah, yes. Okay, Anna, you've been waiting patiently. Come on out here. What's this? Oh, this is a stone. Yes, I know. I know the struggle. All right. Take it away, Anna.
Ready. Don't know what to say for an intro, so I guess I'll do. The kid asked me, do I cry? Of course. I like crying, it's a relief. Why do I seem so happy? Smiling when I talk? Honestly, it's a facade I'm used to, and it glued to my blue-eyed features on my FaceTime slime on my face. Or I choose to be happy. Or do I? When I revisit my lovely parents and their pixelated picture, I cry, tears of joy. Then I hear a sound above. I wish the girls peaceful sleep, some little party play, maybe one day. Point is, when I cry because of love, within I cry because of love. I wonder, I ponder, I question to avoid assumptions. Have they cried like I cry? No, we are different beings. I slouch in my armchair, no pet hair, just my strangled stare, because we all have ribbons wrapped by threads. No control over the spatter who tucks us in. Something isn't right, and yet humans must be right. Something bad happens. Poems are but nonsense. It makes most sense. Can't change me unless I want to change. So there. I want to change, but I don't know. I don't know what I will change. Change. Overused idea. Action. It's just a word. Okay, that's one of the things. Here's a recent one. We had, for context, we had some Christian guys come on UO campus and just yelling, preaching. I don't know, just pointing out people. They're just loud and no one liked them. It's weird, but they're like, you go to you're a sinner, release all your sins, because all Jesus wants to do is love. He died for your sins. That is love. And who are you to what the heck? So Jesus gets in between us. Followers ensure this, as I have experienced. In Catholic high school, we had to leave space for Jesus in between our dancing feet. Bodies and enlarging sexualities of boy and girl woven ways. Then I learned not to let anyone get in between your friend relationships. Don't fight over boys or let true love blossom. Don't put any idea, person, or thing in between love. Then again, in college, I'm confronted by a preaching man. Amen to amendment of the Bible, I say. But he lets Jesus get between our humanly desire to love one another naturally. He is pushing our buttons for no real reason. It's hate speech.
How unchristlike those Christians can be sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Who am I to other one, better, but both there. Both there. I can't believe my reaction to your vague hints. How can I explain my sexual frustration? Even to myself, I had sex. How to keep a slow breath at all times. To be calm. Remain excited and open to more love. I see the light on your face from moonlit nights of cars passing by, goodbye. Painting that flirtatious nature. Come over one day, leave the next. I didn't know why it matters. Nonsense. Actually makes sense. I see you at night, and then we leave for bed. I see you in my dreams. The other comes true. Through my window comes to me. Once a lullaby on the phone, then outside and inside and out and safe. S-E-X. Then there's girls. Social boundaries. My God. That's funny, huh? Sex is funny. Then there's girls. Then there's social boundaries. Then there's slumber parties. And then the bras sparkle for boys, but for girls, I don't know. What lingerie, either gender prefers. I guess no lingerie is the best underwear in the world. If Kid Cudi is on the pursuit of happiness, then damn, I can be too. My awareness dulls with something. Some social anxiety of sorts and various degrees of me. Facebook does not fix my problems. Gardening with next door, old-time neighbor, and practicing love in fluttering ways. Butterfly, I am shy. Oh, am I? I can push through it. There are many ways to be and become. Essential oils are one way. This is my life. Books and freedom help. Still, this is my life. You are a part of it. Y'all are in front of me. And memories behind me. This is my life. My beauty, sassiness, intelligence, dumbness, so true to diffuse my ego, and then what? This is our life. Thank you, gracias. Remember all those times we felt something real together? Real? Was it off the stage? Though is what I seem to always come back to. The stage life is one kind of life. I miss being me. No drugs can get me back to me. The self is always here. No way that antidepressants can get me out. Or back to me. I'm not an antidepressant. I go on dates with me, myself, and I. What's the point? And it keeps on going. And last thing is a dream, reality, never mind. Eking and irking, just be with you, me, let us be.
All right. All right, Anna. Oh man. It is interesting. I gotta say, I was thinking about aggressive Christian folk. Or aggressive like religious people in general. I don't get it. General pet peeve of mine. I'm like, there's only one way. Only one way. No other way. The other ways don't exist. They're just people pushing their views on me. I'm like, dude, don't push your views, man. Come on, let's agree to disagree. Because I don't believe you. Oh, man.
The seventh day in for tea.
Yes, and on the 29th day, nothing happened. And on the 30th day, they had breakfast for the first time in 30 days. I don't know. No one knows. Well, someone might know something. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Brian, come on out here. I don't know what to do. Oh, what's going on? Yeah. Oh, you get to do it with taking it out? Okay. So there is an on and off switch on the front of that. So if it turns off randomly,
Okay.
Hello.
Take it away. This poem is called Salt Water. Purified, untainted from the darkest of sources. In a state of favor, the impurities are left behind. Good deeds lead to the original harmony. Grounded in soul-searching excavations, erosions reveal unity. Searching for a warmth hot enough to finish the cycle, exploring the highest heights for an ever-expanding explanation. Sinking low enough to fertilize the soil while flying under the radar. The door to everlasting happiness is gold-plated, diamond-crusted, and astounding, I know. Let's stroll through it together. Your existence alone is literally incredible to me.
Yes, and Andrew's taking over for a little bit.
Right on.
I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back.
Can we give it up for Mr. Huber? Come on, Huber, on up to the stage.
I was next.
Oh, I'm
Go
sorry.
next.
Jesse. I mixed it up. I'm still.
Two Huberts?
I'm still.
No. Just switch it around. Let him go first. Go ahead. Go.
Oh, Jesse, go. Go, Jesse,
He needs
go.
to grab his shit.
You are magical. You are part of the heartbeat. Dying is not leaving. I'm a walking machine gun head. It's too late for me. I'm already dead. I got needles up my veins. I got rails up my nose. I got greasy hair. I got no clean clothes. I got no class. I got nowhere to go. No one's ever made me handmade mead. That's honey wine. Most of the time, I'm the only one who's talking to me. I'm a walking plague upon your streets. I'm in the eyes of almost all who you meet, and some who you greet. Fukushima, baby.
Ow!
Unradiate me. Uncle Sam, please don't you date me. Mr. Military Man, low, let's get high. Mr. Policeman, I want you to live your life. Jack and Sally, dark, dark alleys. She was stripping, dripping, and tripping through the valley. She woke up with plastic orange needle caps beside her. She woke up taking a nap. The other man pulled her out of the rig, looked her in the eye, and said, "You better hide your needles if you want to live."
Ow! All right. Is he getting on the drums? Hubert!
Yes, that's my cue.
When you come to poetry group and you get really stoned, and then you go up to the mic, you call out the wrong name. This happens occasionally, but if you get really stoned and this happens, you just accept it ahead of time. You go, hey, that means I don't have to keep track of anything. I'll just make up for it. Hubert, take it away.
So today is International Bicycle Day.
It's Albert Hoffman's bicycle ride?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Oh, better. Ooh, it's a fun ride.
2016 minus 1943 equals 73. 73. 73 years ago, a man named Dr. Albert Hoffman did so intentionally take the first dose of lysergic acid diethylamide at his lab called Sandoz and had himself a bicycle ride never had before, where the perpetual motion magic of two wheels took along a whole new meaning. How they must have felt, I can only imagine. LSD can be a very scary thing if you don't know that you're going to come down. Can we collectively imagine for a moment what he might have felt when it was coming on? The
first spirit to take flight while riding, first soul widespread frying balls. Another moment for when you were solo peaking. How does one explain oneself to anyone as a first acid taker? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Sir Hoffman couldn't handle that first hit and had to talk to a Swiss cop? Well, officer, I am a scientist. And have, by serendipitous circumstance, discovered a super concentrated, unearthly, powerful, life-changing crystal that breaks darkness with light, that strips away my ego and makes me feel as if I am finally at one with the city, earth, and universe, and beyond. Sir, did you see the sunset today? I could feel the globe spin and the stars shine. I can see the colors of music and taste the air of time. I think, therefore I am. This will change everything. There will be bands and painters that like this. Writers and poets will try it and give birth to pranksters and all sorts of Zen lunatics. But there was no trouble with the authorities or bad trips that day because old recipe Swiss 25 was it. It was it and still is. 73 colorful years ago, 73 New Years ago. Who would have thought? Salvador Dali, Osmond, Hendrix, Jerry Garcia, the Beatles, Bill Walton, and the Chicago Bulls coach, me and maybe you, them, and maybe our own children, LSD, lysergic acid dialphenol, Lucy in the sky with diamonds, Lambda Sigma Delta. Thank you, Dr. Albert Hoffman. We love you. So this comes with a little pretext. I knocked myself unconscious last September, longboarding drunk in Denver. And anybody who's ever had a traumatic brain injury or had a really bad concussion don't remember like a whole lot of what just happened. But I kept writing just because that's what I do. And I'd wake up and kind of flip to the next page, but there was something behind it. So I was reading my own stuff for the first time. It was very unusual. But these are a few poems that came out of that. This one's called Die Happy and Satisfied. Whatever happened to civility? Using your turn signal, saying good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Please and thank you. Have a nice fucking day. Whatever happened to smiling even though you hate everyone and everything? Put on a proud face, stop scouring, start brooding, and laughing, writing, dancing, singing, sharing, caring, staring at the stars, howling at the moon, making sweet and passionate love. Walking, hiking, running, skiing, flying, driving, leaving thank you and I love you notes. Praying, playing, look, I'm just saying. Take a fucking picture, it'll last longer. Actually, no, stop being distracted. Make a memory, regret nothing. Get tattoos, get that young, pretty little thing's phone number. Call her, ask her out, marry her, make beautiful children, and die happy and be satisfied. This is called Broken Face, Night, Morning, I don't care anymore. The only fear in my heart of today is writer's block. That is a fear I gladly accept because right now I can tell you, or do I proclaim, that writer's block is a myth of poets and all sorts of writers, editors, and actors, politicians, and wanderers of the long, lone land of an empty page. Oh me, oh my, glory and nothing to find. What is a rhythm without a rhyme? Beats without a harmony you tend to unwind. Then the thread tears apart to reweave into time. Just press restart. Let's try a new one without a shared thought. It's all a mystery when a pen loses a thought. Pencils can be so very simply erased. So I say because I can write. Well, what is it to write? To write is to be right. To be without a thought is to be wrong. Look at me. I can barely write this song. Now, here is the thing. Your penmanship is off. Look at the bottom line and do not sing along. Do better. Try a little bit harder. Think faster, sleep longer, plan ahead, a longer trip, and take a very different route, but do it with just a little more love. Decadence defines. Nothing in the world like a warm cigar and a cold scotch and an empty page behind a full flowing pen. There's nothing in the world like a loving woman with a warm heart on a long, cold, lonely night. There will never be anything in the whole wide world like the feeling when you finally find your home and everything is finally all right. But then again, this is all very false. Nothing can be gained without loss. Everything cared for has a cost. But a woman who cares not for diamonds should never be lost. Two little short ones. If I ever die, I will die one day, and my ghost will not linger or hide in shadows. It will just smile down upon all the living. However, if you wish to please my ghost, no haste. Smile at the homely girl, and I will roll over in my grave laughing at the beauty of all your lives, and I will miss you, I promise. If I live again, if I am found alive again in the morning upon a bed, couch, or lawn, wake me up, for I am happy to be awoken, early to not waste a day. We would share in breakfast or brunch towards lunch. We can watch the sunset while we picnic in the park. I would pick you wildflowers. I would steal some of them in the middle of the night. I will smile at the homely girl. I will see the graves of the ones gone and not skip a beat because they wouldn't want me to. They would say, go, 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 boy, make us all proud.
That Albert Hoffman guy, man. You know that guy, Albert Hoffman, man? He made not only LSD, but he made a synthetic analog to psilocybin, which is in mushrooms, but just made out of a laboratory. And that chemical is legal. And you can find it, and you can get it on the internet. Not that I would know. I mean, it's called 4-ACO-DMT. Not that I would know or have ever done it at the coast or anything like that. 4-ACO-DMT. You can Google it. Just Google or Albert Hoffman synthetic mushroom, something like that. You know, easy. Google it. It's legal. You're not breaking the law. They'll mail it to your home. 4-ACO-DMT. It's Amy with what looks like a question mark. Is there an Amy? Yes, come on. Why is there a question mark here? Were you iffy about it?
No, it's not. I think he wrote it because I said I was coming on Facebook, but I got here late.
Take it away.
All right. This will be a little bit of the other side of the coin. Experientially, I highly recommend not riding your bike on acid because I almost died that way on Shattuck Avenue in Berkeley back in the 80s. Stay somewhere safe. Not that I'm telling you to do it.
You didn't die though.
I did not die. A lot of people were swearing at me though and honking their horns. And here's the other side. Here's kind of the other side of the coin of that issue. Marked. It goes fine until I tell him why I won't be joining him for a shot of whiskey through lips he kissed last week, or why I won't be joining him sharing a bowl of herb grown in the ground on Mother Earth, who we both hold so dear. Not that there's anything wrong with those activities. Many of my friends partake in moderation. In moderation. But I am wired differently. If you wake up my beast, moderation. Next, I will want that metallic taste in the back of my mouth, that feeling of my head being tilted, colors lifting up, lilting lyrically, swirling, kaleidoscoping all the way to the very, 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 very edge. Or I will want to sift through gray to more gray, to more gray still, to still that active, overactive mind. Or I will want to soar across Himalayan peaks, icy, frozen lace wings numb, yet burning, or fly over molten lava with ashes, scattering, frenetic, dashing, crashing, whatever gets me closest to oblivion.
Yeah.
Yet, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to live. Friends clink my water glass with their wine and brew decades later, delighted she's still alive. And clear 16 years and counting, treasuring, building, delighting, feeling everything so acutely, so intensely, so lovingly, seeing colors more brightly, each hue radiating out like vivid little happy spirits, hearing music bend and weave around me, each note a sweet bewitchment. I am more alive, more radical than I thought I was when I flew down alleys high and higher. I miss him, but I won't join in with my girlfriends claiming, he must just drink too much, that's totally why. No, he is a fine man, a gentleman really, but he is less rebellious than I thought and less outside any box than he claimed, which is what inspired my honesty in the first place, my honesty that he could not swallow with his fine Scotch. Yes, he is less Charles Bukowski than I am with sans alcohol, and more of a cold Robert Frost than I ever will be if he won't steal another kiss from the woman with the scarlet A on her chest.
That's heavy shit, man. Wondering if we should hold a space of silence for this train. Hear what the train has to
I
teach
hear
us.
that train is coming. 4 a.m. every fucking.
How many more poets are there?
I see this,
Not enough.
is it Tommy?
Is it Tommy?
Some of James's handwriting is hard for me to read. I hate to say.
Tommy! Yay!
Come on, Tony!
My blood sugar is like super low right now.
Woo!
My brain is so mushy.
Want some coffee?
No, actually, I think that'll make you go insane. I'm gonna try so hard to not fuck these up, is what I'm saying.
You got this.
Okay. The first two of these you will see are related, and the last one I wrote like half an hour ago while I was sitting in that corner. Okay. This. A woman gets on stage. She is prepared, has memorized her meticulously structured words, her carefully crafted work, her delicately formatted poem. It took her 10 minutes to write and 16 hours to revise. She is prepared and excited, nerves all jangling with the thrill of it, to share this so deeply embedded narrative. It is the fable her family has told her about their near mythologized dysfunctions, the things that have shaped her to be. And so she steps up on stage, ready to crack through her sternum and pry open her ribs like macabre butterfly wings and let you, audience, peek at what's inside. But this poem does not lift you, audience, in applause, or call you to snap your fingers or place a well-timed Nor do these things rise for the man who stands up on stage to recite lyrically woven odes to the mountains he loved as a child when he was still learning to be a man, the emotions of those words so strong they brim like quicksilver at the rims of his eyes. No. Such applause, such finger-snapping praise, rise only to the call of the rhetoric. Those poems that are carried away as though on horse-drawn sleds into ever-descending sunsets by the power of their politicization and social commentary, All else be damned, the rise of the praise would seem to say, be damned such lyricism, such beautifully and precise chosen words, or the order in which they've been so meticulously placed to create rhythm and rhyme. No, we, you, the audience, seems to say, rise only to the call of the rhetoric. While these poets left behind cry, I am more than my boisterous, overeager, grotesquely laced with horror-driven metaphor rhetoric. My poetry is more than its rhetoric. We are more than our rhetoric. As to me, I stand by such poets to say I will not be carried away on the carriage of flamboyant rhetoric. My poems are not grotesquities, dreaming up idolized female color fantasies populated with eugenics and enslaved men. That is not my feminism. That is merely a turning of the coin from heads to tails, driving next level patriarchal oppression into a mockery of matriarchal fantasy, with a side of Philip Bowler, if not Victor Brock. Look them up. And an ignorance of the cruelty the so-called fairer sex is oh so capable of. These are not my poems. If letting my rhetoric get carried away with me is what it takes to keep those numbers up, perhaps I'll write about rape. My own rape. Exploiting horror for an activist gold star and a good score is what we're here for, right? Slam poetry became something less about exploring the depths of one's soul and challenging the self than it did about the rhetoric, and I showed up. I missed the memo, but I'll play the game. Then here it is. Worst night of my life. What more colorful, metaphoric words or fragments and details grotesque need you to take the concept home to make it clear? Next one. Obviously related to the last one. Sorry, just have to say that. You ignore the horrors my sex, the so-called fairer one, is all too capable of. The violence, the cruelty, let me demonstrate. I was perhaps 10 when I threw a girl against the wall, my hand around her throat, her pulse quick under my fingers, and thrilled in it, said, "It'd be so easy to kill you." Even with my ovaries. I fantasize daily about murdering the women who have raped the men I love. Yes, it is possible, it is real, it does happen. Your denial, your insistence that women are victims, men perpetrators, it can't go any other way around, silences these men, makes space for these crimes to go on unaccounted for. I see the marks on my loved ones' minds, not unlike the marks my rape left on mine. One, I dream about taking her by the hair and saying in her ear, "It'd be so easy to kill you." Then beating her soft skull against a wall of red painted brick until it was painted blood, bits of skull and hairy scalp and brain. Oh, the gore. I would spit on her body, even with my uterus. I dream of taking the other, similarly, by the hair, and throwing her down upon the ground, catching her throat beneath my heel. From on high, I would say, "It'd be so easy to kill you." I'd enjoy the crunch of her trachea under my boot. I'd lift my foot when she was desperate for breath, only to crush my heel against her face until her nose collapsed. Crunch. Even with my memories. You deny the violence my sex, the so-called fairer one, so often does. You permit it to go unchecked. You deny the victimhood of men, so crushingly silenced by our shockingly common enemy. You deny so righteously, you seek to hold us fairer ones like idols, and thus deny our humanity. Humanity, you'll find, is capable of all that is cruel, regardless of what hides between its thighs. You are not the solution. Not even a solution. You are a giddy contributor to the problem, dressed up in all the seemingly right rhetoric, but that self-righteous, look at me, big talk is not my fucking feminism. To leave it on a softer note. Pagan, writer, social justice warrior, feminist, girlfriend, partner, lover, daughter, sister, aunt, sex positive, survivor, fighter, angry, depressed, hopeful, nihilist, existentialist, ferret lady, environmentalist, witch, honor student, graduate, socialist, homesick, wanderer, occasionally found, more often lost. I am more than the sum of my labels, as I assume you are too.
Oh man, fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, and I'm back.
Yay!
Yay!
Back! Where's your red hair?
I never had red hair. No, it's dishwater, dirty dishwater blonde. Cause like, you know, that's how I wash it, in a dishwasher. Oh man, though, powerful words, powerful.
Woo! Yeah.
Seriously, important things to think about.
Yep.
Lots of that tonight. Lots of that every night that we do this. The other nights, you know, fuck the other nights. Fuck trains, too.
Yeah, fuck that.
Anyway, we have made it to the 4 poets of the Poetocalypse. The first of which is Adrian. And I believe this is your 3rd time.
All right.
All right, welcome back. You have really cool hair, by the way.
I think my hairdresser's mad at me because I was like, hey man, what's up with the fucking pineapple?
I like it.
Oh man, I had way better.
And your pants, the whole getup.
I know.
You're rocking
a
it.
nice ass for somebody
You
with
do.
6 kids.
All right,
You
take it
do.
away.
So, go girl. Am I supposed to sit down? It's weird.
Whatever you want. You can put that on your head.
Okay, so I already read this. So Amy's, you know, sorry.
No, read it again.
But I was trying to write this poem about love. And so I'm just saying it's not done yet. I think I put like 2 trees in the garbage. I recycled them. But I'm just saying it was a lot. So I'll just, you know, do this one again. And I need to practice my stage presence. I was hoping to be a revolutionary. But when I went to the college, they told me I couldn't do that. So, anyway, there's no official classes for that. Anyway, Miss Lady, her perseverance has been renamed resilience and resistance. Only her keeping time with rhythms are consistent. She is not really hateful. She means well enough to bear her mind, body, and soul. An admonishment to all. She has learned so much more than just to take it. She has learned to fake it. Bathing in fatuousness, preparing for her shift, to begin practicing her glossy-eyed glance before and after painted pictures of suggested romance. She readies herself, tweezing, plucking, and forgetting. Her curly fangs are tucked beneath her drawing lips, from which a blunt she hits. Yes, she is lit. And glowing, glazed green eyes will mirror the wolves beside whom she will spend this night. This is how she will survive. Hypnotic with flow and presentation, glittered head to toe, long legs and rolling hips, fetish from her feet and to her fingertips. They will all go home, but no one forgets. No one forgets. This statuesque hourglass, her with her presence flowing directly from her past. Truly, she is the embodiment of forgiveness. I can't even say it. Forgiveness. Taking her time in notice of your limits. Wearing a mask, she is carousing in pink. Savor the smell of her movements, full with instinct, because she eases all to think of love with her, but no one will ever touch her. A deadly sweet flavor, though lady lions are alluring, intoxication sets in while soft growls are mistook for purring beneath her beveled grin. Give unto her. This is your yearning. Burning through your wallet, mindfully enduring you, she will steadily earn all of it. And you will be consumed in her den after joyfully venturing from the ATM. Here, she shows you reason within. Here, where she is wet, warm, and skin, and you are comfortable taking her in. Though while she is carousing in pink, you ought not think to relax. Breathe deep. Lips, legs, thighs, all but one pair have disappeared tonight. And your heart is pounding like an axe against her silhouette with all of her sweat and fluid movement. Armfuls of regret. Greenbacks stacked. Pause now. Do not react. We all know what happens next. There is no prerequisite to sex. Fictitious tremors as she recedes from dinner and you are spent. Face folded and neatly stacked, the kill bleeds green and all of her bags are packed. She watches and listens to the perfect predators, each yak and howl spat in a superficial nature. Patiently she sits as they file out in droves matched by drugs of choice, hair colors, and clothes. Catching phrases of words that never change. Each will take all of this with them until nothing remains. Curves without shape and names with no face. Only an eternity of smoke and darkness left in their place. Devoid of grace, their beauty is quickly replaced by harsh lighting. Last call now, the club is no longer as cold and no longer inviting. She is alone and free now to slip from the skin of her writhing. She removes her mask. Stripped now at last and striking. The strength of her soul managed to seep from her as golden curls are once again let to fall. She always ends the night the same way that she begins, alone and in her very own skin.
All right.
Oh man, that was awesome. Holy shit. Especially like the line about the heartbeat.
We love strippers!
Oh yeah! Viva la strippers. All right. So I will say as a thing for all the for our last three poets, I did start late, so I can't go over for anyone after this. So if I come on the stage,
You done.
yeah, I love you guys. I really do, genuinely. You know, and like I said at the beginning, I want to hear the end. You know, in the beginning and the middle, you know. But I gotta be strict right now, because
Get a flogger.
beating stick. Nice old beating stick, you know. I mean, Andrew knows. All right, mister. Come on up.
Andrew Gonzalez.
The second poet of the Poetocalypse. Take it away.
Right.
Huzzah!
Heavy shit, man. In other news, maybe a little less serious. All the philosophy texts and the religious texts have been reviewed, and there has been revealed in that review a startling revelation. None of them seriously address the issue of cuteness. And this is found to be a very serious hole in the systematic theologies and philosophies of the world. There is no place for little rabbits and chinchillas and infants and baby orangutans. Man, have you ever seen a fucking baby orangutan? Its eyeballs are like this. And it's like me, it's like a furry ginger thing hanging there with its huge black eyeballs, smiling at you. Seriously, look it up, baby orangutan. I mean, they discuss beauty and they discuss ugly, but they don't really discuss cute. Now, some psychologists come along and they say, hey man, why do people think babies are cute? You got this whole Darwinian paradigm which comes in, right? It says, babies are cute because you're instinctually driven to think that babies are cute because nature wants you to fucking produce babies, therefore babies are cute. And I mean, maybe if that's the trip you're on, man. But I just think that's your opinion, dude. It's actually based on really faulty assumptions. Because you have not explained why cute is cute. And so you are stuck infernally, eternally, futilely in this paradox of the mystery of the cutes. All you know is you see it out there with big black eyes and a baby orangutan. Thank you.
Babies, a movie produced by Steven Spielberg, coming this Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. God, it's like easy, you know, movies are getting really lazy. God, you're onto something, you know? I don't know if anyone like watches the Venture Bros in here. Raise your hands. If you, yeah, there we go. Fuck yeah, the Doe team too. Yeah, 2 of us, 3 of us. But like, there's this whole thing where like one of the characters dies, and he's talking about how like babies don't have a soul until they're like 1. So until that point, they're just these like drooling, screaming monsters. It's very mean spirited, you know. You know, if anyone's offended here, you know, I mean.
Babies are cute. It might be the exact opposite though. I have 6 kids, and it seemed like they had really beautiful souls, and then the world just stripped them away, and now they're crazy.
Well, you know, I think
She said.
it takes a, you know, I know this about crazy. Humans in general are fucking crazy.
Straight up crazy.
You have to be crazy to be a human. You know, we wear like synthetic like fur. We make our world. We make shit like this, that, and all of it. We have this complicated way of living. You know, humans are fucking insane, man. Enough about this human thing. Humans. All right, Jacob.
That's cute.
See, there we go. There's a lot of cute going on.
This whole poetry thing is cute.
All right.
So cute.
Unleash the fury.
Page 2.
Infinite cuteness.
I think I should start saying that instead. Take it away. Unleash the fury. The fury.
Boing, digga doing, the doing, digga boom, digga dong, digga roll, digga boing. Come on, you cunts, let's have some Apex acid. Keep listening to the multiple oscillations of your body when you listen to this. I'm gonna massage your organs and charge your batteries. From here, simply relax, mimic diaphragmic hypnosis, and close your eyes. Come on, close your eyes. With your eyes closed, close your eyes. Repeat 0 times. Jacob read on conversation at Lane about my exhale, the air in your sage, and Jesus, the steps 1 to 30 to 40 e's to in hand, just like it with rolly. So not full, out fully. Exhale to full occupancy would let in. Out persistent, flabby, out after last fully. So age out and then hold. Fully, so age out and then hold at this point. If your lungs pushing all the breath, the air. Continue to hold your breath until you feel the urge to breathe in again. Once you feel the urge to breathe in, inhale and fully and hold for a further 10 to 15 seconds. Exhale, breathe normally. Repeat steps 1 through 6, 3 to 4 times. So 3 or 4 rounds of 30 to 40 breaths. Control, distribute. Center centered in the focus of support for the rest of the socio-emotional companion met needs, met needs, unmeet needs, meet cannot transform or transport pain. That last alchemy is the breath's ability to massage the quickly, the quick, the left, the right, the pushing and bringing back. Weak on the intake, the weak on the upper outer body. How it would come up and out, it moves recklessly. In bleeding vomit / esophagus, forgetfulness, dampness, and when too many plant sport radiation. Dampness is a last burned by the last fire in head wave, out information of earth, in informative, in wave, formative saying hung suspended. Peace flower, labor louder, loster, laver, downward wonder, enter, frowning, hollowed slaughter. Sustained our momentum to change direction without using connected S. Okay, chicos. Cocaine, chicos. Boom, bitty, bang, niños. Ching, rap, rap. 3 triple sex with the 4, the astral tenure table around, along what is wondered backwards a little bit. Mind working backwards as we rotate. Profacial phase of mother. The math yin stomacho, the math yin secretive control cycle. We control cycle. We written wood, fire, food, wood, fire, damaging, shoring it up, putting out controls, forging it, and changing it, controlling. And we questioned weeks ago, and we woke one day getting in it a while, tracing the peridian. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask it in a minute? Can. Law of universe. As a country with citizens getting persecuted for defying light's gravity in excess, I can cycle lycanthropically in a mantis dag, giping out knife on Bojal, mind in creation and control. If I am ovary damp, If I am ovary damp, then I Guymax at a level that woodens my boob. I'm the pyramid Theromus, braid of has-beens like a temporal tentacle. Myotherapy, brain in a fish tank, ass of a pathos. Made to stray deathward, lost in progression as a last word to state. Ja, yese, ja, on oblassen, me a foremost, busness, handed to foremost in a difference, in usually in a blacker back, in a last time I was worn, in a warm, in a wall, you last honestly, sorry, I'm shorter, inversion, in last words, in calcia spine, dig, oh, and cest is clasping in a warren like a open forage as I lice sands, I lice I can, sect cuddle, kept kelp, a lice it to pair. Then we sign a low, out we ebb a high. Last in we have a 30, last out quad mortex in. Send it home and in we go, like out in form a friend. Breath in a death hole, might in a quavered rim. and in blessed increased to focus absolute what is thankful in a what I have to think is a warming to become ovary spirit y'all to ovary spirit y'all yoking out in a leopard one ain't spinning one it was thin like a stone ground malt mostly horchata, but a mouthful of synergism to clasp the coccyx. Last is unscribbled to show the snow, to snow, water, det, what a methy breath. And it was what I wanted all along, to touch and sense the tips of my fingertips' tip together. The earth's poles and prime meridians refract Gravolovilioni.
All right. Man, I am definitely relaxed. All that deep breathing. Man, what was it? Climax. That should be a colloquialism, man. That should be an Urban Dictionary, man. Someone needs to put that in there. Yes. Also kind of sounds like a really, really shitty gaming company. Climax. Gun explosion. Coming soon. Climax.
That sounds like a good company.
Yeah, fucking great company, man. Yeah, I guess. Changed my mind. You know, I gotta please the public. All right, we have made it to the final poet. Come on up here, Eric. Oh, man. What the fuck, Chris?
Oh, no, this is a good poet.
Yeah.
Don't let me affect your opinion. Yeah.
Unleash your fury! Yeah, that's a new thing. Take it away and unleash your fury!
Chris, would you please stand up? Thank you, Chris, my friend, my brother, my roommate. I'm gonna eviscerate you. And I mean, it's nothing like personal. It's just I hate you. You know. Yeah, I mean, did you think that I'd forgotten? Did you think I'd forgiven you for accusing me of having classic asshole syndrome? What is classic asshole? You know I'm sensitive about that. You triggered me. And these tears are my bullets. Right? So, I don't care. So, basically, I'm going to have to destroy you. Is that something that a person suffering from classic asshole syndrome would do? Write a hate poem about you? Is that a symptom, Chris? Ensuring that every moment of happiness in your life is fleeting and ephemeral? Is this just an episode? Huh? Is this just, oh my God, what if I have classic asshole syndrome? So I call this poem Bland Betrayer. The audacious roommate with a petty heart and a pettier mind thought himself my equal and sought out to break mine. The fool, the foolish fool, the bitter taste of betrayal steel, the painful pierce I feel, the schism, the rift formed as my back's then hewn and split by betrayal steel forged into an axe by a lunatic. Every word you spoke, all 9 of them, each a clumsy hack, a cheap effect, nothing to ensure that I don't resurrect or even kill me in the first place. A flimsy assault by a child with clear defects. A disgrace. A child who levels libel and cheap jeers at his superiors, but only if they aren't near. I wasn't even here, Chris, a low blow. Maybe wherever you come from, it's a high blow, but here in America, it's a low blow, right? Everyone. Chris has a fetish for Val Kilmer. Don't deny it, Chris. I've seen your web history. I've seen the pictures. I've seen the weird doll in the closet with the Val Kilmer mask.
Chris. No bullying.
You told me not to ask. So I don't know why it was there exactly, but I have a theory because of the weird tombstone porn parody. And everyone, Chris is a communist, and I'm going to report him to the House of Un-American Activities. Will. So this poem, I call this the epileptic of Socrates. I'm agender. What gender? Agender, not what gender. Well, of course you're not a what gender, but what gender are you? Well, it's not a gender particularly. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. It's a lack of gender. But you do have a gender. Yes, it's agender. What gender? I already told you. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. I'm agender. You're a gender. You know what agender is? Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do. It's your characteristics and how they pertain to your masculinity and femininity. No, that's agender. Agender is a non-binary gender identity. I'm agender and I have agender. So you admit to having an agenda. I didn't say that. You just did. I did not. I admit to being agender. Oh, misheard you. I can understand having an agenda, but not having a gender. I'm agender. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't have to show you anything. I see you have a gender. I don't identify as a gender, but I identify you as a gender. You can't do that. Can't do. No, you can't. If you can identify you, I can. No. What are you, a detective? No. Are you? No. So neither of us are detectives. Who's to identify? They'll all identify me, and you identify you. Oh, great. You're a universal relativist. Well, I am pansexual. I like pans, but sexually, I prefer toasters. Honestly, I'm close to the algae. I've taken a liking to the idea. That's a transgression. I wouldn't say it's trans exactly, but at least we're making progress. This one I actually might not have time for this. It's called the Epic of J. Marshall Fleming's, and sometimes people ask me, Eric, do you have to steal all your ideas from T.S. Eliot? No, just the good stuff. Fleming's drives his Honda Civic, and his drive gave time to think. Both are dangerous activities, even for a man of ink. Attentive thought abates the danger of the drive. Attentive thought assures us we're alive. But anything that affirms life must be a way to die, at least a way to kill some time, some way to offer shade to a mind enduring light of day. Endure a sun, endure a star, endure anxiety. Fleming seeks a shelter to stave away day's heat. He thinks and drives in his content to usher entropy. He drives and thinks of his relations and their atrophy. Jess must think I'm fucking blind, he thinks. I know she's fucking someone aside from me. He drives. Who is it? Who could it fucking be? Can't be Johnson. Just can't be. I'd known it was him. He's been in orbit 40 days. Should just be getting ready for re-entry. Doesn't have means, there isn't a way, but he has the motive. Fucking headaches. Frantic for the shade, he has a visor, block the sun. Frantic, he double checks his glove box for his gun. He has time to drive, time to think. He is unmade, he is undone. He pours himself a drink. Johnson radios to ground control. Johnson to ground control. Johnson to ground control. For Christ's sakes, Johnson, will you get on with it? Johnson, ever calm, runs no risk of turning livid. Ever collected, Johnson reckons. Ops a no-go, shuttles hit by space debris. No way she'll survive re-entry. Ground control, Fleming's ever undeterred. He pours himself a drink and responds in slur. That's funny, math guy says you're good to go. Math guy kept his head low. He didn't show his face. Hidden by his shell of chitin, insects scurry on his keys with erratic pace.
His heart begins to race. He did insist he did not know, but math guy is no pest, no, and did not persist, and suffered hesitations to make his declarations, to make his reservations known. And at his ends, he offers no attempt to veto re-entry. All right, so there's another 12 pages to that. I guess I'll do it next week.
Chris, you are fucking awesome. I just want to say, if you guys weren't like good friends and I had no context for that, I would have been like, man, that goes against the fucking rules. God damn.
As long as they're friends, I won't beat anybody.
Holy shit, though, that's hilarious. All of it. That's damn good. This has been a good night. I'd like to give one last round of applause to Cush Cafe for letting me do this, and all of you performers who decided to come on to this to, like, you know, perform. Anyway, we have gone over, and so, you know, we gotta leave now. But we can all hang out here afterwards next week, and that'll be awesome. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you guys next week. And you gals, and you people are non-gender and transgender and all that stuff. All those binary, whatever, non-binary, all of it. Programming. And thanks for watching.
This was funny. You guys are funny.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks. I like to laugh. I like to laugh. So make me laugh. That's all.
Oh, dang.